The telemetry, they just weren't quite sure what the fuel load was going to be to the end without the old paper and pencil.
Yes, and the problem, I had the wrong number on my dash as well, so I could not tell them what kind of mileage I was doing. So, you know, thanks God everything worked out for us. The team worked really hard, and we certainly deserved this result.
Were you conserving anything at the end, or were you just going for it?
In the end, I was flat out.
Was it a fun race?
It was a lot of fun. It was a tight race. You know, it was a very strategic race, and in the beginning, the first 2 stints, I saved quite a bit of fuel, and I think it paid off in the end.
All right. Rafael Matos pretty happy with his 4th place finish. Jamie?
Mario Moraes brings it home 5th today. What a great day in the race car and on pit road. They gained you some positions. Take us through your day and what the challenge was like at Watkins Glen.
Well, I can tell you the last 2 races was pretty tough for us. We didn't finish both. But I'm pretty happy for the team. They give me some positions on the pit lane, and I get to them some positions on track. We need to work really hard on the field today, but we could manage. I think I finished with, I don't know, nothing on the tank, you know. But was pretty good. Overall, it was a great day, and I hope we can go forward like that.
All right, next stop is another road course. We're going to Toronto. How much momentum does this give you and your team?
Well, I love Toronto. I think it's a great track. Last year we had a great car over there. We didn't finish the way that we wanted, but I'm looking forward, and I hope we can get another good result.
Great job today by Mario Moraes. Let's go over to Vince.
Well, it's only fitting on the 4th of July weekend that the driver in the National Guard car would have a good day, and Dan Weldon, it was adventurous. He started 20th, got spun at one point, and still fought your way back to 6th. How did you hang in there and get that done?
I mean, first and foremost, it's very special to represent the National Guard on the 4th of July, and I want to say hi to all the troops overseas and all the soldiers that are based here. But you know, a fantastic job by the National Guard Panther Racing team. We were very strong on the first day. We had a little problem yesterday, which we didn't find till after qualifying, and you know, in the race it was pretty eventful to start with. Got bumped by Alex Lloyd, but as soon as we put the reds on, I was able to come through the field, and you know, it was a very, very strong team performance. You mentioned the bump from Lloyd. Take us through that spin. Exactly what happened from your perspective? I just I could see he was having a little bit of a go, but I tried to give him a little bit of room. He obviously wasn't right alongside me, and we touched. So you know, it's unfortunate, but you know, one of those things. I knew once you know, the team were going to do a pit stop, they'd make me some spots, and then fortunately, because the car was so good, we could overtake people on the track. So that was a very nice feeling. Great recovery and a great day for Dan Weldon. He finishes 6th. Rick?
We left all that in the tank.
Well, standing by with Ryan Hunter-Reay telling stories. This has been a day of extremes. You know, you got the full ride this year, you got the money, and then you stalled it in the pit. What happened?
That's what happened.
Simple stall. It's as easy as that.
Yeah.
But talk about coming back. You were almost dead last when you got back out on the track.
Yeah, we got back out on the track dead last, and I was like, man, I dug a big hole for myself today, and we climbed our way out of it like we keep doing. I mean, we had a good race car and just fought our way back up to the front, or I should say up into the top 10. And you know, it was a good car. It was a lot of fun out there today. I just that spot, that stall cost us in the end. It ended up costing us like 4 spots, I think.
Now, I was asking you, I was a little confused at the very end as to what your fuel strategy was. I was listening to the radio, and I asked you, well, what was the fuel strategy?
I don't know. They were driving me nuts on the radio, telling me save fuel. No, go ahead. No, save fuel. And it was like back and forth, and that drives a driver nuts, because you just want to go, you just want to pass, you just want to go as hard as you can. And in the end, they told me to end up saving fuel, and then I ran out of fuel on the in lap. So
and you had to be towed in
on the cool down lap. Yeah. So hey, I'm happy to be here for a full season. I've got so many people to thank for that. They know who they are, and you know, with racingforcancer.org up now, and the rest of the season is in honor of my mom. It's really cool that this team's pulled together like this and done this for us.
All right, Ryan Hunter-Reay had a very adventurous day out here at Watkins Glen.
It's been an interesting day for a lot of people. Hope you enjoyed it as well. The fans already starting to head out. We want to do one thing. Bob Jenkins, the voice of the series on Versus, he has had a bit of a setback. He's feeling better, Bob. We'll see you down the road. Glad to hear it.
ESPN's coverage of the IZOD IndyCar Series at Watkins Glen on ABC, presented by IZOD, the official apparel sponsor of the IZOD IndyCar Series, available at Macy's. Firestone, the first name in Indy racing. And Honda, the engine supplier for the IZOD IndyCar Series.
Back here at the Glen, for Scott Dixon and Helio Castroneves, the defining moment of the race was early, like lap 6, right there when Dixon's wing got clipped, and it was a flat tire for Castroneves. And as we said, they finished 8th and 9th. And Dixon's with Jamie Little.
And they had one heck of a battle going for an 8th place position there at the end. You push to pass. He does it back and forth. Anyway, we just saw what happened earlier in the race. Scott, what did take place?
It was tough. You know, the lap before I tried the same move, and I felt like he moved to the left quicker, like a typical normal line that you would take. And then in that instance, I think he hugged the right side a little more, so I went to the left, and then he moved up a little, and it just all kind of happened at the same time. And we were coming with such a rush because the car was so trimmed out that, you know, we just caught his left rear and my right front of the wing. So definitely a tough call, you know, for Team Target. We had a fantastic car. We were already up to 4th, going for 3rd or something at that point from 7th. So, you know, I think we definitely could have had a nice podium position going today.
Considering what happened, 8th place isn't that bad. Vince?
Helio Castroneves upset that Dixon got interviewed before him, too. He cut your tire. And, from your perspective on the replay, what happened?
Yeah, I think if it would be a little bit more patient, certainly you wouldn't have this kind of situation. You know, this place here is love and hating. You know, I mean, I love him qualifying, I hate him in the race, but in that circumstances, he seemed to have a very fast car in the straightaway, and there was no reason to take such a risk. End up finishing both our race. Well, what can we do? Now we were able to come back to finish in the top 10. Now I got to focus on the points, and it was a big damage today.
Yeah, salvaged a day. Could have been worse, but disappointing for Helio Castroneves, Marty.
All right, so Helio Castroneves, as the celebration continues down on the podium. Don't forget to join us in 2 weeks here on ABC for the IZOD IndyCar Series at Toronto, Sunday, July 18th at 12:30 Eastern. Coming up next, ABC's World News or your local news, except on the West Coast. And congratulations once again to Will Power, winner of the IZOD IndyCar Series here at Watkins Glen.
Happy 4th of July.
And it's been a happy 4th of July for a lot of us, guys. And our salute again to all of our troops as the day started off with a lot of action, as it was quickly on lap 6 and a little bit of bumping and banging. There was the incident from high above, the bump and run there that got Dan Weldon turned around, and then a great pass late in the race for Will Power. For our entire ESPN crew, Scott Goodyear, Rick DeBrule, Jamie Little, Vince Welch, I'm Marty Reed. Till we meet again.